Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be closure and the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So closure, with the narcissistic relationship, when it ends, this is one thing you will never get from the narcissist. Now, I've touched on this topic many times in the history of the channel. I'm going to give it a different take here. First of all, when the relationship ends, and let's say you were discarded, and if you were, my heart goes out to you. If you're the one that ended the relationship, you are a very strong individual. But again, my heart goes out to you. Point being, post-narcissistic relationship, many times, let's say that you ended the relationship before the narcissist could, the narcissist still, they're not going to give you closure, which means they're still going to try to stay connected to you many times. Example, maybe they continue to hoover you. Maybe they say, hey, let's just be friends. Or maybe they say, hey, they'll agree to what you say. In other words, you ended the relationship. But keep in mind, the narcissist can never have you end the relationship. They must have the upper hand at all times. So they will most likely try to find a way back into you so that they can love bomb you again or give you a little dose of that euphoric stage. And then right when you're thinking, wow, this person really has changed. They're, okay, I can take some more of this. Boom, they discard you. Because keep this in mind, the narcissist is a petulant child. Now, we were all kids at one point in time, so I can say that, but the point is we grew up, we became adults, and we now have accountability. We can introspect, we can rationalize, we can place ourselves in another individual's shoes. The narcissist can do none of those things. That is why many times the narcissist wants to discard the individual. It's not only for fear that the other individual may end it with them, but it's that they feel like they have the upper hand and they got the best of you. That is why they discard you. So flipping the script, like I mentioned, if you ended it with the narcissist, many times they will not want to let you go, meaning they will continue to text you or continue to call you or play the victim card that they're not doing well without you, or that can you just check in on them, or they're ill, or whatever they're gonna say. But what they don't want to do is to let go of you as a vital source of supply. Now, the thing with that example is that you've wised up, you've figured it out. You put two and two together and realize that the person you were with or are with and are looking to end the relationship with, that's a toxic individual, and you don't want anything to do with them because they don't change. They only get worse over time, i.e. the aging narcissist. But the point being, they will tell you A, B, and C, and they will do X, Y, and Z. Their actions don't match their words. And when you have experienced the toxicity of a narcissistic relationship for a period of time, let's say it's a couple weeks, months, years, decades, you know what I'm talking about. Drop comments below. But there are times when you end it yourself and you say, hey, this friendship's not working out for me. I'm just going to go my own way. And when that happens, again, the narcissist takes that not so good because they know what they were doing to you. They know what you provided for them, and they know how you made them feel. And so what they may do is just disappear for a little while and then pop up again in a couple months or maybe even a year and say, hey, how you going? I was just checking in on you and making sure how you're doing. Maybe we could get together and play a round of golf or something. And then because time has passed, perhaps you put your guard down, you enter the friendship again, you give them a mulligan, and then they pick up right where they left off. Poor behavior continues. You're being abused or manipulated, or you're being their sounding board, or you're giving them rides, or you're loaning them money, or putting a roof over their head, or paying for food, whatever you're doing. But the point being is this is a parasite. The narcissist is a toxic individual that wants to take from other individuals. And if you were strong enough to end the relationship, friendship, romantic relationship, maybe you blocked a sibling or mom or dad or aunt or uncle or somebody, that means that you've reached the breaking point and you want nothing to do with this individual any longer. In other words, you've had your fair share of abuse and manipulation and lies and deceit, and you don't want to be around that person anymore. So if you've made that decision, and I will tell you right now, for you to make that decision, that took a lot of patience, a lot of introspection, a lot of really figuring out, was it you? Were you the person who was doing things wrong? Or was it this individual? And you deduced rather quickly it was the other individual, so you removed yourself from the relationship. If you've done that, you have to understand something and really understand what I'm sharing with you. You did it for a reason. The reason hasn't changed. The reason has only gotten worse, which is that person you're referring to, the narcissist, the toxic individual. They will tell you anything they want to tell you to get you to put your guard down. They will say that they've found God. They will say that they've seen a therapist. They will mention that they've introspected, that they miss you, or that they've really taken time and processed the relationship and they just want to get back in it with you. I will tell you, the only thing that is importance to those words, and so many more that the narcissist will say, is that it is all manipulation, 100%. They want nothing to do with your advancing. They want nothing to do with your growth. They want to keep you stunted down in the low vibrational state where they exist. Notice I said exist. That's what the narcissist does. They don't live, they exist, and they want to keep you trapped in that zombie-like, trance-like state, the narcissistic fog, or the devaluation stage in the narcissistic abusive cycle. They want to keep you trapped down there with them, and then they want to continue to slowly bleed you dry of your energy and your resources, which again includes your time, money, energy, effort, love, empathy, your social circle, your status, your tangible assets, your soul. They want to take everything and more from you. And that is why, again, there's an energetic exchange between you and the narcissist. You just didn't know it when you were in the relationship, but that is exactly why each and every time you would encounter the narcissist, whether you lived with them or not, you would feel drained. You would feel your energy was depleted. You would have to scratch your head thinking, what just happened there? What was that? Well, I'll tell you what that was. That was the vampire, the energy vampire, the narcissist. And what were they doing? They were manipulating you and making you feel bad. And perhaps they were throwing rage fits on you, or blame shifting you, or gaslighting you, or stonewalling you, or giving you the silent treatment, or telling you that you're not worthy, or that no one likes you, or that you're lucky to be with them, or you're fortunate that they found you, or that you can't be anybody without them, etc. They will say anything they possibly can, but what they're trying to do is to devalue you and change your energy down where they vibrate low, and they want to steal your beautiful bright light, your abundance. Keep this in mind. You are a high vibrational individual. You are higher than the stars and the moon. That's why the narcissist saw you. That's why you are an energy source. Picture the sun, if you will, or stars or constellations, whatever these things are. That's what you are. You are one of them. And the narcissist found you out of 8 billion people on this planet, and they wanted to keep you as an energy source. That is exactly what they wanted to do. Now, this is why the narcissist won't give you closure. There are many aspects to talk about here, but I'm focusing right now, if you ended the relationship or are trying to end the relationship with the narcissist, many times they won't let you go. They won't want to divorce you. They won't want to not be around you. They want to be in constant communication with you, texting you, calling you, showing up at your door, sending you emails, perhaps even letters, writing letters, or dropping things off at your front porch or doorstep, or using flying monkeys to get information about you. Why do you think you are so valuable? Take a moment and stop and pause and think about that for a minute. I will tell you why you're valuable. Number one, because you made it this far in the video. Number two, because you are a beautiful, bright, shining light. Number three, you probably could not see in yourself what the narcissist saw in you. The abundance, the kindness, the caring, the not quitting, the empathy, the love, the growth, how you just are, the beauty that makes you you. Not only physical beauty, but internal beauty. Everything about you is what the narcissist wanted to be around. That is an energy source. Now, I know you're a human being, as am I. Why would you think of yourself as an energy source? Well, for my channel, and this video specifically, you need to think of yourself that way, because there are people that walk this planet, i.e. the narcissist and other individuals who are toxic, and they want to steal your energy away from you. They want to take it away from you. They want to keep you trapped in the narcissistic fog, that low vibrational state that I keep mentioning, and they don't want you growing. They don't want you finding love again. They don't want you rebuilding your life. They don't want you healing. They don't want to give you closure. They won't. They can't. They never can. They never will. Now let's flip it for a moment. Let's say the narcissist discarded you. Well, what happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. Number one, most likely, they found the new supply. And the new supply was just waiting in the wings, perhaps even disrupting your marriage, let's say. In other words, the narcissist who perhaps you married, or even if you didn't, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a friendship, who knows. But there's a new individual who's now the new shiny object that is distracting the narcissist. And the narcissist believes that they found pay dirt, which is exactly what they thought when they found you. And they did when they found you. But the new supply, this individual, they don't know what they're up against unless they are a recycled individual or perhaps a toxic narcissist themselves. But the narcissist, what they want to do when they discard you is they want to inflict the most damage upon you. They want to kick you when you're down, hit you below the belt. They want to make sure that they throw you away and crumble you up like a sheet of paper, i.e. the discard, during a pivotal period of time in your life. Maybe it's during a holiday, wink, wink. Maybe it's during a pregnancy. Maybe it's during a loss in the family or a death in the family. Maybe it's when you've relocated halfway around the country. Maybe it's when you quit your job. Maybe it's when you became ill. Maybe it's when your finances became depleted. Maybe it's all of those things, who knows? But the narcissist picks a very, very deadly time to discard an individual. They don't just wake up one day and say, oh, okay, today's whatever day it is, I think I'll do it today. They don't do that. They have to have everything lined up perfectly. That's what they want to do. And the new supply is a pivotal part of that, because the new supply was being groomed when you were in the relationship with the narcissist. You didn't know it. You knew something was off, but you didn't, either A, you didn't know who the new supply was, or you did, but you didn't know they were a new supply. You just thought that they were a friend or a alleged acquaintance, a high school friend, wink, wink, get my point. The narcissist, you will never know what they're thinking. They're very secretive, very manipulative, and what they want to do is keep people off balance. They don't want to tell the truth. They want to give little partial truths or untruths or tell flat out lies. They want to instill the smear campaign virtually from the day you meet them. You may think otherwise, but that's not really the case. The case is they've been working on you, giving you body blows left, right, and center until finally they gave you the knockout punch, which was the discard. But guess what? You got up off the canvas. Slowly, methodically, you put one hand in front of the other. You put one knee down. You used your arms to get yourself off of the one knee. Then you stood up slowly. You were wobbling, you were teetering, you were tottering. You were almost down for the count, but guess what happened? You stood up and you faced the narcissist and you told them, guess what? I'm gonna thrive. Guess what? I'm gonna heal. Guess what? I'm stronger than you. And guess what? I am living my best life. I am healing. I am introspecting. I am learning from this relationship. I am growing. I am teaching. I am thriving. That is what you are doing. You are on the healing path, as am I. We are all headed in the same direction, simply taking different footsteps. We are headed for that mountaintop, the pinnacle of indifference, where we no longer care about the narcissist, the narcissistic relationship. We've learned from that. We've grown. We now have boundaries. We are not people pleasers. We are not yes people. What we are people who can say the strongest word in the English language, which is no. Remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. Play that again. But you got off the canvas, and here you are dusting yourself off. Are you ready for another 12-round knockout boxing match or event? Absolutely not. No, you're not. You learned your lesson, but you got up off the canvas, and now here you are. You are entering the third version of you, the galvanized version of you, the strongest version of you possible that you did not even know was possible. This is a version where all the abundance happens. This is where doors open up. This is where your hobbies return. This is where your friends, your network of friends who has completely been decimated, are rebuilt. This is when you fall in love again if you want to. This is where you relocate or start a business or take time out for yourself. But you're moving through life at your speed now, not the speed of another individual. And you no longer have individuals in your life, at least that's my hope, that are trying to take you down or trying to manipulate you or trying to take things from you, i.e. money, time, energy, effort, love, all those things I mentioned. But the narcissist enclosure, they will never give you closure. That is exactly why when they did discard you, you never heard from them again, except for probably, perhaps I should say, a Hoover. Here, there, everywhere, who knows? Remember, if you did not get a Hoover, that's a good thing. Consider it a badge of honor. That means the narcissist has completely, for now, moved on to another source of supply or sources of supply, and they believe that either you have healed, or you are off the radar, or you've blocked them and you know what you're talking about, or you figured them out, or all of the above, and there could be other reasons why as well. And for the newbies or the people on the channel that perhaps the relationship just ended, remember or understand, a Hoover is when the narcissist is trying to draw you back into the relationship. They believe they haven't finished you off. They believe that they're thirsty for more supply, and they believe you have it and you can provide it and that you will go back to them. Do not go back to the narcissist. It will never improve. It only gets worse with time. That's a fact. So having said that, that's why if the narcissist discarded you, many times they will Hoover and sometimes they won't, who knows? But what I'm sharing there is they don't want to give you closure. They don't want to sit down and have that cup of coffee and say, hey, you know what? This wasn't working out. It just wasn't. And you know what? I was wrong. I abused you for X number of years. And I know I did it. And I'm sorry, but that's my nature. It's what I do. And that's what I'll continue to do. I'm just going to do it with a new supply. Something like that. And I'm not making light of these relationships. Believe me, they're toxic. They're challenging. They almost take you down for the count. But you're on the channel. So it did not take you down for the count. You need to understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And the narcissist really, when I tell you, they try to do their best to take you down, they really did, because that's what they want to do. And believe me, if they did take you down, they would use your downfall as a source of supply for the rest of their life. That will catapult them into the new supply, which means they could play the victim card that, oh, you, the person watching the video, and thanks for being here, you couldn't make it, or you did A, B, and C, or whatever, and they would use that as a weapon against the new supply, saying, look at me, I'm a victim. My ex, they just didn't make it, things like that. I hope you understand this. There are so many nuances and layers to the narcissistic relationship. It's remarkable. Every day there is new information being presented on my channel. Every day there's new wisdom. Every day there's new insight. My hope is you're gaining value from the channel and you are paying it forward. But most importantly, my hope is you are healing, because this is a channel of community, of healing, of growth, of understanding, of sharing experiences and wisdom, and of the future. That's what the channel is. Remember, we need to learn from the past, specifically the narcissistic relationship. We need to not stay stuck in the past. We need to learn from it. We don't want to predict the future, which means think about the what ifs and the possibilities. What if the narcissist hoovers me? Oh my gosh, what happens if this? No, we don't do that. We need to live in the present moment, the right here, the right now. Whatever the date is today, and yes, I do know what it is, you need to live in the present moment. That's exactly why wherever you are watching or consuming this content, on an airplane, going to bed, waking up, at work, in a car, sitting next to somebody, watching it on a flat screen, maybe you're at the beach, maybe you're on vacation, I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, you need to be present and listen to the message and absorb the information. And my hope is you are absolutely taking the tools I'm providing for you and understanding that things will improve. If they haven't already, they will. Believe me when I tell you. There are so many people I've helped get across the bridge to my side, the good side, the side of the abundance, the growth, the prosperity. The doors will open for you. The possibilities that you thought would never appear, they do appear. I am living proof, and I'll tell you right now, drop comments below if you're one of the individuals who I've helped get across the bridge to the good side, to the beautiful bright light, to the abundance, to where you should be vibrating high and naturally, and you did, and you do, and you are. That's where the narcissist saw you. They saw you way above them. Please get this part of the message. The narcissist saw you way above them as a beautiful, bright, shining light. They really, sincerely did. And they know that they can never be that. They know that they need to take what they want. And they know they need to wear a mask and manipulate people to get whatever they want. That is exactly what they do, because they vibrate so low. They can't reach the stars like you can, but what they can do when you don't have the wisdom is they can take you down from the stars, and they can keep you trapped in that quagmire, the narcissistic fog, where every day it gets worse and worse, and you are not even living, you're existing, and you're being drained and depleted of your money, your time, energy, everything I share. So the narcissist inclosure, those are two big examples. My hope is you got value from them. If the narcissist discarded you, you're never going to get closure in a million years. And if you ended the relationship with the narcissist, many times, not always, but many times, they won't take no for an answer. That's why they will appear. That's why they will continue to try and contact you through other various cell phones, not only their own, which is a whole nother pro tip. Remember, the narcissist usually has multiple smartphones. You may think otherwise, but they do. And if someone has multiple smartphones, it doesn't mean they're a narcissist, so get that. But the point is, when you block them, go no contact, delete them, and remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them, that is the narcissist, and they know that you've ended it. Well, what do they do? Many times they will try and communicate with you via a flying monkey or another smartphone or cell phone, because you're not even thinking that another individual wouldn't take no for an answer. But the narcissist is that way because they're a petulant child, and they need to believe that they got the best of you, not that you ended it, because that's not how the relationship can end in their tiny little pea brain. They need to think that they had control the whole time. So if you were one of the individuals who did end it, God bless you. You are incredibly strong, and you are resilient, and you made the right decision. Don't go back to the narcissist. Don't ever even think about it. And if you are trying or looking to enter new relationships with individuals and you see some red flags, please pay attention to these. There's a reason they're called red flags. Red flags are things that are telling you, your instincts and intuition are kicking in, and they're saying to you, wait, something's not right here. Let's slow down. Let's take stock of this relationship. Let's figure out what this person's doing or what they're not doing, and figure out what their motives are. Why do they want to be in a relationship with me? Who are they really? Do they really have friends? Are they really a person who is who they claim to be? Or are they a person who's living in their parents' basement with a spaghetti-stained t-shirt on, playing video games all day, but yet they have a beautiful car parked out in front of the house that they can't pay for because their parents are paying for it, but they're appearing to be somebody, but they're somebody else, eating cereal all day long and playing video games. And what they're also doing is they are communicating with individuals on their cell phone that they're not even paying for, because that cell phone's being paid for by their parents, but that's how they're getting supply, and that's how they're hooking people in, by the facade, by the mirage, by the dream, not the reality. So get the message. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. God bless you. I love you all. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. And wherever you are consuming this content, please play the video, play it a few times, get the message, pay it forward if you can. The idea is to empower people, to have them become awakened and aware, educated and empowered. That's what I do. That's what I provide. And I will tell you right now, one more time, if you ever think you can't go one more day, really get the message. You can, you will, and you're going to. Focus on yourself. You are the priority. You are beautiful. You are abundant. And I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys. And I hope you liked the video. I loved doing this one. Bye, you guys.